Dave Bautista feels relief from his Marvel exit, a new Na'vi clan is coming to Avatar 3, and Nicolas Cage not returning to the Spider-Verse? I'm Jay Stu of The Culture Nerd, and this is TCN Rundown. While this week started off pretty slow with headlines, it definitely was jam-packed toward the end of the week, so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Dave Bautista reveals that he is relieved to make his Marvel exit. In an interview with GQ, the wrestler turned actor said that, quote, "I'm so grateful for Drax. I love him. But there's a relief that it's over. It wasn't all pleasant. It was hard playing that role. The makeup process was beating me down. I just don't know if I want Drax to be my legacy. It's a silly performance and I want to do more dramatic stuff." Bautista has recently been promoting his last film, Glass Onion, which he is great in, and has a role in the upcoming M. Night Shyamalan film, Knock at the Cabin, releasing February 3rd. I feel where he's coming from though. I mean, he clearly loves his craft and has steadily improved with each performance. Drax is his most well-known role. However, I don't blame him for not wanting that particular kind of role to define his legacy. So, more power to him. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 hits theaters May 5th. Variety reports that James Cameron hinted at the possibility of evil Na'vi in the third installment of the Avatar franchise. An interview with Francis 20 Minutes, Cameron revealed that the untitled threequel will introduce a third Na'vi clan, showcasing a darker side to the natives of Pandora. The filmmaker said Avatar 3 will explore different cultures from those that I've already shown. The fire will be represented by the Ash people. I want to show the Na'vi from another angle because so far I've only shown their good sides. He then went on to say, in the early films there are very negative human examples and very positive Na'vi examples. In Avatar 3 we will do the opposite. We will also explore new worlds while continuing the story of the main characters. I can say that the last parts will be the best. The others were an introduction, a way to set the table before serving the meal. Now I find this interesting because in my humble opinion, the Avatar films are well crafted overall. The weakest part of those films is the lack of nuance within the plot. The Way of Water has definitely improved on this. Honestly, I do see it getting better with each installment. With what James Cameron has said, imagine the Ash people killing Jake Sully in Avatar 3 and then one of his children becoming the main protagonist for the rest of the franchise. I'm just saying, I think that would be dope. Avatar: The Way of Water is in theaters now. Nicolas Cage will not be returning for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Well, that sucks. In an interview with Screen Rant promoting The Old Way, the actor said, "I don't know what's going on with that. No one's spoken to me about that. Ask them." He went on to say, "I love Spider-Man Noir too. I think that's a great character. Spider-Man's the coolest superhero." And then you combine that with Cagney and Bogart and Edward G. Robinson. Come on, it's a great character. Cage portrayed Spider-Man Noir in the beloved film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Although the actor will not be returning to voice the black and white wall crawler, OG actors Shameik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, and Jake Johnson will be returning to voice their characters from the first film. In addition to new cast members, Oscar Isaac and Issa Rae voicing Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Woman respectively. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse hits theaters June 2nd. The first trailer for Evil Dead Rise has officially hit the web, and it is fantastic. The Warner Brothers Pictures YouTube account uploaded the video Wednesday morning, and shortly thereafter they released the Red Band trailer. The trailer shows a small family who has discovered the Necronomicon, which seems to have affected the whole family, in particular the mother of a small young girl. Now, while I'm a casual fan of the franchise as a whole, I am a big fan of Evil Dead 2013. I personally think that movie might be the best horror remake if you don't count It 2017, because that's a readaptation and not necessarily a remake, because the difference between a readaptation and a remake is you don't care. While I am sad that this isn't a direct sequel to the 2013 film, it feels very much like that movie, which I am ecstatic about. Evil Dead Rise rises its way into theaters April 21st. Actor Jeremy Renner was involved in a snowplow accident earlier this week. Variety initially reported that the Avengers actor was in critical but stable condition. His rep went on to say, "We can confirm Jeremy is in critical but stable condition with injuries suffered after experiencing a weather-related accident while plowing snow earlier today. It was later confirmed that Renner was helping a stranded family member when the accident occurred. After helping them out of the snow, Renner stopped to speak with them and his plow started to roll. While attempting to get back in to stop the plow, he was run over by it, causing severe injuries. The actor took to Instagram to share that he is out of surgery and recovering. Actor Stephen Amell is set to reprise his role as Oliver Queen in Season 9 of The Flash. Cinema Blend reports that Amell will reprise his role in episode 909 of the final season of The Flash. The actor called his reunion with Grant Gustin epic yet emotional. Earlier this week, it was reported that David Ramsey and Kenan Lonsdale will be reprising their roles as John Diggle and Wally West respectively. So Amell's return serves as an entree to the former's appetizer. It is not yet known how the character of Oliver Queen will return, seeing that he's dead, and we also don't know if the actor will have any scenes with his Arrow co-star David Ramsey, which would be awesome. Characters also returning to the Arrowverse in Flash Season 9 are Batwoman's Javizia Leslie as Ryan Wilder, Supergirl's Nicole Maines as Nia Nall/Dreamer, and Andy Mientus as Harley Rathaway, aka the Pied Piper. The Flash premieres Wednesday, February 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW. James Wan says that The Conjuring 4 may be the last in the franchise. Sure, James. Sure. In October, it was announced that a fourth film was in the works with writer David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. That's a lot of syllables. Returning to write the script, who had previously written Conjuring 2 and 3. James Wan recently sat down with Collider to promote the recently released Megan, saying, yeah, we are working on it right now. With the Conjuring films, we are very precious about them, and so we kind of just want to take our time to make sure we get it right and to make sure the emotion of the Warren stories that we want to tell and moving into and potentially wrapping up, we just want to make sure that it's the right thing, the right story that we're telling. Now, if you want my take on it, because of course you do, James Wan is probably tired of being in this world. I don't think that when he made the first movie, he envisioned an 9 film franchise. Now, don't get me wrong, the first Conjuring film is one of my favorite horror films of all time. However, despite giving us some of the most iconic horror characters of the 21st century, only a handful of those films are considered truly good. And in my opinion, while fun, none of them hold a candle to the original. So I wouldn't necessarily be heartbroken with this franchise coming to an end. But with all franchises, only time will tell, because money talks. The Conjuring 4 is currently being developed and Megan is currently in theaters. That is a wrap for this week's rundown. Are you sad to see Drax go? Are you looking forward to seeing an evil Na'vi in Avatar 3? Do you think Evil Dead will rise to the occasion? Let me know what you think of this week's headlines down in the comments. I'm Jay Stu of The Cultured Nerd, reminding you to stay nerdy, my friends.